The town of Redwater had always been quaint, surrounded by deep forests and void of any modern distractions. Its most notorious landmark was the old lighthouse, abandoned for decades. At the base of the lighthouse was a large, ornate mirror, inexplicably untouched by time. No one knew where it came from or who had placed it there. Every year on the night of September 7th, the town gathered around the lighthouse for the Reflection Festival. It was believed that at exactly midnight, if you looked into the mirror, you would see the reflection of your true self. Those who saw nothing were said to be pure of heart, while others claimed to see unsettling, distorted versions of themselves. Elaine, a journalist from the city, was in town to document this local myth. As the clock neared midnight, she approached the mirror, camera in hand. People whispered and pointed, eager to see what the outsider would see. Midnight struck, and she gazed into the mirror. Nothing, just her reflection, looking back with a smirk. The crowd gasped in surprise, as most of them had always seen something eerie in their own reflections. Elaine, feeling a mix of relief and disappointment, decided to spend the night at the lighthouse, hoping to capture any supernatural events on camera. Hours passed, but there was no sign of any paranormal activity. Just as she was about to doze off, she heard soft whispering. Following the sound, she was led back to the mirror. Peering closely, she realized the whispering was coming from the mirror itself. But instead of her reflection, the mirror now showcased the entire town, each citizen standing silent, staring back at her with hollow eyes. Panicking, she backed away, tripping over a pile of old newspaper clippings. As she picked herself up, her eyes caught an old headline: "Entire town of Redwater disappears on September 7th, 50 years ago." The realization hit her like a ton of bricks. The townsfolk she had interacted with, the festival, everything was a replay of the past. And the mirror, it didn't show your true self, it showed the spirits trapped within it. As dawn broke, Elaine rushed back to the town, but it was completely deserted. The townsfolk were gone. The only evidence of the previous night's events was her camera, playing back the footage. All she could see was her own reflection, whispering to herself. The town of Redwater was never found, and to this day, no one knows what happened on that fateful night 50 years ago. But every year on September 7th, a lone journalist is seen near the lighthouse, warning visitors about the cursed mirror, her eyes hollow, forever trapped in the reflection.